Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Bell's Brewing Company out of Comstock, Michigan. This beer is called Incessant. It is a New England style double IPA. I guess they said the name came from the fact that they were incessantly asked to make a New England IPA. So they made a double IPA, and this is 8.5 ABV, and it doesn't say on the can. I also looked on their website. I couldn't find what hops are in this, so I'm going in blind. I've not had this before. I did find that they did a release of this last year in 750s at the general store. So this is the first time that this is being distributed nationally. So I don't know if this is going to be a one-off, a year-round thing, a seasonal thing. I have no idea. But we'll see. So, I mean, it's definitely cloudy, but it's not like super like orange juice hazy like some breweries are. You can still see through it a little bit. It has a small white head. And I will say too, let me see what this was canned on 5/4/2020, and today's the 24th or 5th, so this is 3 weeks old, so it's definitely within the appropriate realm of freshness. There's a lot of peach on the nose, a little bit of pineapple, and that was the only descriptor they had on the website. Just said like tropical fruit, so I mean I get that. But it is pretty mild. It's not like, people say now Hop Slam's like almost a barley wine. It's so malty, but it's also like the aroma of it is still very, very pungent hops. It just has a lot of malt to go with it. You're not really getting a malt profile from this, but the hops are not like super in your face. But I've had IPAs that didn't have a super pungent aroma, but the flavor was still on point, so we'll see. So it kind of tastes like if someone was trying to make a hybrid between West Coast and New England style. Like that's what this tastes like, and that's kind of what I assumed, or that's how I felt about Official too. That's what I didn't get. They said like, oh, they haven't bothered to make a New England IPA, but I thought Official was supposed to be that. But to me, this is like, it reminds me of an imperial version of that. There is a lot of hop oil. Like it's very oily. Which is fine. I'm not saying that's a negative or a plus. It just is what it is. It's actually like thicker and sweeter than I was expecting. It's not malty, like caramely, but it is on the sweeter side. Which, I mean, it kind of makes sense for Bell's because they're always known for having things balanced. But I also figured that this might be just like really light, bready, malty backbone. But that's not really the case. I mean, I do get peach and like papaya. It's pretty clean. Like I said, it's kind of sweet, but the flavor's pretty clean. I wouldn't say there's necessarily any there's not any flaws in the flavors, but there's also nothing that's like super pops out that I love about it either. And I only got one can of this, and I got it with a combination of other things, so I only saw the total. I didn't see how much this individual can cost. But I did, when I looked it up online, I saw from like a state ABC store, or whatever you want to call it, I think it was like $16.99 for a 4-pack. Excuse me. Which, I mean, that's a couple, $1 to $3 cheaper than you would get from most breweries for a New England Double IPA. So it is like slightly cheaper, but I don't think it's enough. Like if it was like $5 cheaper, that'd be a different story. But I don't think it's cheap enough where I would buy this over things that I could get locally for maybe $1 or $2. You know, only like 50 cents more a can. That I think are better, and I could support someone local. And even though Bell's is big, I do like supporting them because they were one of the leaders in craft beer a long time ago, and they still make a lot of really good beers. But if all else is equal, price and flavor, I'm going to buy the local guy. That's just how I am. So I will say I'm a little disappointed in this. It's not even that it's a bad beer. I keep every time they come out with a new hoppy beer, I keep wanting it to be like, a secret banger that like no one knows about, and it's just really good. But that just hasn't happened. They're never bad beers. Usually they're like pretty cheap, so I think I would probably buy them again, because if I wanted something a little on the cheaper side that was still good quality. But this is kind of floating in the same realm as other local breweries, so I just don't really think there'd be a reason for me to buy this again. So on my scale of buy, drink, dump, I'm just going to give this a drink. It's still a good beer. I'll gladly drink the rest of this can. But I just don't really have a reason to seek this out again. So I think that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.